Welcome to our new episode on the topic of anger and nervousness and their impact on your family and those around you. Anger and irritability are normal things we may encounter in our daily lives, but our control over them plays a crucial role in the quality of our relationships and personal happiness. During this episode, we will explore the impact of anger and irritability on the family and how it can negatively affect your relationship with your family members, as well as the people around you in society. We will show you some practical advice and guidance for dealing with anger and nervousness constructively and in ways that maintain your psychological balance and the health of your relationships. The relationship of parents with their children is fundamental in shaping their personality and influencing their psychological and emotional development. Repeated screaming by parents at children may be one of the factors that affect children and lead to the formation of complexes in them. The contract is understood here as the feeling of distress, anxiety, and resentment that arises in children as a result of their exposure to constant screaming. Constant parental screaming may have negative effects on children. They may feel afraid, submissive, and self-bullying. Yelling may affect the health of the trusting relationship between parents and children and may affect the development of communication and problem-solving skills. It may lead to psychological disorders such as anxiety, depression, and hostility. Parents must be aware of the impact of their screaming on children and acknowledge the negative impact of this. There should be healthy and open communication between parents and children to express feelings, concerns, and solve problems. Parents must learn from their mistakes and strive for improvement and change in their dealings with children. Parents should offer love and support to children and foster trust between them. In cases of persistent difficulty, it is recommended to seek specialized help, such as specialists in psychological education, to provide appropriate support and guidance. Deep in every mother's heart lies her overwhelming desire to provide love and care to her children. But sometimes, mothers face life's challenges and daily stresses that may make them lose control of themselves. Anger and nervousness can be powerful emotions that grow within them and control their interactions with their children. Our story talks about a mother called Fatima, a woman who loves her son Ahmed very much, but the pressures of life and the daily problems she faces make her lose control of her anger and scream at him repeatedly. Screaming becomes a way to express these negative emotions, and its negative effects on Fatima's relationship with Ahmed gradually accumulate. But does Fatima realize the impact of her screaming on her young son? Do you feel deep remorse for those harsh words you addressed to him? What will she do to repair the relationship that was damaged by her repeated anger? Follow with us this sad story, full of lessons, which may make us reflect on the importance of achieving balance in our lives and controlling our anger and nervousness in order to enhance healthy family relationships and provide a healthy and loving environment for our children and those around us. There was a young son named Nek, and his mother was called Fatima, a caring and loving mother to her son. But because of the pressures of life and the problems she faced, Fatima felt angry and internally distressed. Sometimes, when the pressures of life became too much for Fatima, she would lose control of her anger and start screaming violently at Nek. She scolded him and shouted harsh words at him, causing him deep emotional wounds. Every time Nek hears the sound of his mother screaming, he feels afraid and upset. He was crying alone in his room, wondering why his mother was screaming at him so harshly. He feels guilty and sad, as he believes he deserves what is happening to him. But as time passed, Nek gradually began to change. He became irritable and angry and was behaving unusually. He was causing conflicts at home and ignoring his mother's instructions. The more Fatima tried to talk to him and understand his problems, the more their arguments increased and things got worse. Fatima began to feel sad and hopeless. She didn't know what was making her son act like this, and she felt stressed and worried about his future. Fatima gradually realizes the impact her screaming is having on her young son. She feels remorse and deep regret for her harsh words and violent screams. She feels like she let Nek down and inflicted emotional wounds on him that are not easily healed. Fatima begins to work on herself and tries to change her behavior. She looks for ways to control her anger and express her feelings in constructive ways. She learns the art of effective communication and uses kind and encouraging words when dealing with her son. Fatima also begins to use supplication with all strength and sincerity, imploring God to guide and illuminate her son's path. While she was praying and crying, she felt peace filling her heart. She trusted that God would answer her prayers and help her restore happiness in their lives. As time passes, Nek notices the change in his mother's behavior. Fatima becomes calmer and more patient, and more understanding and loving in her dealings with him. Nek feels a change in the atmosphere of the house, as calm and happiness gradually return to his life. Nek gradually recovers from the knots he developed due to his mother's screaming. Confidence and security return to his heart, and he feels loved and accepted as he is. Fatima learns how to apologize to her son for her past mistakes and how to work on building a healthy and strong relationship with him. The story ends by reinforcing the importance of controlling anger and nervousness and their negative impact on the people around us. The importance of love, compassion, and empathy in family interactions is emphasized, and the necessity of building healthy and balanced relationships in the family to achieve happiness and stability. Many of us understand the importance of controlling anger and nervousness and its negative impact on our lives and relationships. Moments of excessive anger can lead to emotional outbursts that may cause harm to ourselves and others. Dear viewers, I hope you enjoyed the episode and were moved by it. Anger and nervousness are important issues that we must confront and work to improve in our lives and relationships. Here are some important tips for achieving balance and inner peace. 1. Learn to control anger. Look for effective methods to control your anger, such as deep breathing, meditation, exercise, and expressing your feelings correctly and constructively. 2. Effective communication. Try to communicate effectively with your family members and those around you. Express your feelings honestly and patiently, and listen to others with understanding and respect. 3. Be kind and loving. Try to be kind and loving in your dealings with others. Remember that a kind word and kind act have great power in building good relationships. 4. Search for constructive solutions. When facing difficulties and challenges, try to search for constructive solutions instead of anger and pessimism. They relied on reason and creativity to find appropriate solutions. 5. Resorting to God. Seek help from God and turn to Him in all matters. Ask Him for guidance and serenity, and trust that He will guide you and support you on your journey towards balance and happiness. I hope you benefit from these tips and make them part of your daily life. Don't forget to share this episode with others who may benefit from it as well, and do not hesitate to subscribe to the channel and activate the like button if you liked the episode. We will meet soon in a new episode, and we are waiting for your valuable comments and contributions. May you always be well and safe.